When NC State made a commitment to build a Greek village, what back then was called Fraternity Court, it's mostly relegated to fraternities. It was built in the 60s and 70s, at a time when membership was at an all-time high. Especially when you saw after World War II, the vets were coming back and they wanted a kind of a chapter house experience.
I believe they need to be renovated to kind of support the idea of the Greeks growing here. Having the houses on campus is definitely an essential part of Greek growth, and it's good for recruitment, and it's good to show outsiders that, you know, the Greeks do have nice things and are not just, you know, party hard and stuff like that. It's a nice formal place, a formal atmosphere where you can meet people.
And NC State made a commitment in the 60s to build university-owned facilities at that time to house some of our main chapters. And some enrolled us with the Kappa Sig, Sigma Phi Epsilon, Sigma Nu, Sigma Chi, Lambda Chi Alpha. And so, you know, it was really neat times for them, and they built standard barracks, these houses that were made to last. They're, in a sense, bomb shelters. They were built to be durable with fraternity use, just the wear and tear. And so you're looking about that range, and given the architecture structure is very on par with the 60s and 70s. And so really, to tell you the truth, why they need visual repair, because they are outdated. The main focus is that needs to meet the needs of our students. And that's probably the most important shift that we need to look at. So that's why the Greek Village is very necessary, a new one for our campus.
Well, our plans are done a lot by our alumni. We have a very strong alumni base. This is really pushing our house being built. We're trying to help for them and stuff like that. We're trying to just bring back an image of Greeks and Greek court that is very high quality and everything like that. You know, our house is going to be the first one built because there's been a lot of effort put in by our alumni, and they're really pushing forward for it to be built so that we can be the leaders in this new Greek concept of, you know, being all-inclusive instead of exclusive from the community.
Well, the development has taken place for many years, so this has been a 5 to 7 year discussion that has finally kind of kicked off in the last year or so with the infrastructure. And why everybody is so excited to see the houses built, you first have to look at the infrastructure, look at wiring, cable lines, and so a lot of this stuff has been done in the last year or so in terms of planning the roads, getting the parking situated. So you've seen a lot of change in about a year and a half. With hopefully our first house being built in about a year or so with Sigma Nu.
I know it's getting close to $5 million, and so it's definitely good to have a very wide alumni base that's willing to put in money. A few people have already put in excess of $300,000, $100,000 donations. So having those contributors is definitely key, and the reason why we are being the first house that's going to be built is we have those alumni that are willing to do that for their fraternity and for what Sigma Nu has done for them and what they've gotten from them. They're willing to give that much back.
Well, it's a $100 million project, and you know that's a disarming number for a lot of students. You know, it's the university paying for $100 million. The transition from this old village to the new village will be the move from the university owning the houses as we currently do now to the chapters owning their own facility and leasing the land from the university. And so a lot of the bulk of the money will come from the organizations raising their own capital and building these facilities. And so all told, you're looking at about $100 million counting the infrastructure and the building of all the chapter houses. But houses can range anywhere from $3.5 million to $5.5 million. It depends on how far the alumni want to go in terms of size and the fundraising.
Having everybody right there in such a location will be nice. You know, not everybody's gonna be spread out like they are now. You know, it may fuel a few rivalries, which is actually, you know, good friendly competition never hurts. Yeah. Just as long as it doesn't get out of control. But it's compared to when they just built brand new houses at Clemson, I know, and I know that really helped out their Greek life there.
Well, I'm really excited for these houses being built, just to see that community feel. And you know, I think we have a great system, we have great students, we have great organizations, and I think, you know, part of my elitism is to believe that we should have the best facilities on campus.